When you take a sports bike, you're not really expecting comfort. So when you ride an R3, you're going to be surprised by how comfortable the R3 can be. It's not that the R3 is outrageously comfortable, it's the fact that a sports bike takes away that set of, oh, it must be comfortable. No, it's not. And therefore, when you ride a hardcore off-road motorcycle where you say, oh, 300 mm of suspension, and then you come away saying, my God, so much feedback. It's also a disconnect because you're saying it has so much suspension, it should be comfortable, but that's performance suspension. Its job is to get you through difficult terrain, not to make you comfortable. In that box, cafe racers have zero comfort expectations. That's not what they do. And from that perspective, this is a very well set up cafe racer. Because the suspension is stiffer than a Speed 400. When I came into Mumbai, I realized how much stiffer it has become because concrete is basically a lot of small bumps. And that's where the motorcycle starts to get upset. And then one stretch had construction happening where there was a culvert and the top of the culvert was broken. And I had to take this at really low speeds because there was traffic all around me. It took the sting out of the situation, but I felt everything. And to me, as cafe racers go, this is a good place to be. Am I calling this a comfortable motorcycle? No, I'm saying as cafe racers go, it works really well. Okay. Similarly, this engine, I thoroughly enjoyed riding down the highway because the highway was busy and the highest cruising speed I could achieve was just about 100.
Okay.
Right? When you're able to get to 100 but stay in, say, fifth gear, one gear lower, or fourth gear if you can stretch it, and then you go past the 6,500 RPM, the vibration now is even stronger. That sense of refinement is going away from you is even stronger. You can go there and there's a lot of thrust there, but it's not as smooth and nice as the bottom of this motorcycle. So once I was done with that initial phase of trying to suss out what is this bike up to and how has this new cam and the new RPM limit changed it, as soon as I got past that, and stayed in the sweet spot, which is not a small sweet spot, right? Because you're saying 0 to, I'm saying 110. In that zone, it has more torque than a Speed 400. The cam gives it the peak torque is the same, but the continuous flow of torque is a little bit higher. And it peaks at a much higher place where the vibration is. So if you stay out of all of that, this is a very easy and smooth motorcycle to ride.
Okay.
Now, again, as a cafe racer, you are imagining like fast. But think of cafe racers as a very old sports bike, and then you'll get the right idea of it. Right? A very old sports bike could max out its performance and not achieve a lot. Today's sports bike achieve a lot. And from that context, if you just take it easy, and easy is not slow, if you just take it easy, the Thruxton clicks into place and you're like, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So, will you make quick overtakes? Yes. Will you cruise happily at 80, 90, 100? Yes. As long as you don't push the pace, so you stay at 70, 80% of max performance, this is a really happy, pleasant, sweet cafe racer.
Okay.
In the cafe racer box. If you were to do public roads in exactly the same way, riding a Scrambler 400, for example, you'd just have a better time on every front. On a Scrambler, you'd see more because you sit taller. It would absorb more because it's got more suspension. It's got the same engine and the same kind of flow of torque, etc., etc., etc. But as soon as you say cafe racer, the Thruxton is a good cafe racer.
Okay.
Have I cleaned
Yeah.
up the image for you?
Yeah.
Brakes, reasonably sharp, no issues anywhere. Traction control, still heavy-handed and still slightly crude. So most interventions you may not notice. A big intervention, like you come off a speed breaker and you're on the throttle a little bit too much, it's a little bit of like an interruption of the experience. It's always been like that. I wish they had updated the LCD on the instruments. It's always been the least down-market looking part of the visual appeal of this bike. Still remains, and the USB port had to be relocated because now there is a fairing on all sides of this meter, so obviously it cannot be there anymore. So now it's on the ignition block, it's in front of it, so it's a little bit hard to locate the first time. Once you know it's there, it's there. Mirrors are bar end mirrors. These are not the greatest bar end mirrors, and they're not in the greatest of positions for visibility because they're at the end of a clip-on. So you sort of have to peer into them to see what's happening behind. I got used to it. I don't think it's a stress point. I think it's also part of this format and how it works, unless a cafe racer comes with the mirrors mounted to the top of the fairing. So overall, I'm really happy to have ridden this motorcycle. Now I think the T4 is a good motorcycle, severely underrated. The Scrambler 400 remains my favorite Triumph to buy. If you were trying to buy a Thruxton because you like cafe racers, absolutely go ahead. I see no reason why you shouldn't. If you're not into cafe racers though, and you do not understand that format is, please do not buy yourself a Thruxton just because it looks good. Cafe racers look good, but that causes a lot of comfort issues which will accrue to you in time.
Okay. Where does it fit in terms of price?
It's the top motorcycle, 2.7 lakhs.
2.7.
2.75, let's call it.
So it's speed 400?
Speed
So
4.
it's T4, speed 400?
So T4 is the bottom.
Yeah.
Then comes the speed 400.
Okay. Okay.
This clip is actually from a much longer video, which is on our main channel, which is called MotorInc. Why don't you visit us there? This idea in more detail over there with my great friend Kartikeya. You like him, right?